President of the Canucks joins us now. And Trevor, maybe you can expand on those rumors about John Garrett becoming the GM of the Canucks.
I'm not going to talk to any potential candidates, guys, because that might prejudice me. But
yeah, especially not that one. Hey, Trevor, John Tortorella is considered a legend by many in the hockey world. How hard was that moment as a fresh new president of hockey operations for the Vancouver Canucks to let go of somebody like Torts?
Well, it was difficult. Obviously, I've got a great deal of respect for both John and Mike, and they've had very distinguished coaching careers, and they're good people, and they're good coaches. So it was tough, and certainly the last few weeks have been tough for John and Mike as well. And so, as expected, they're very professional, and I had a good conversation with them today. So it's been tough for them and their families, and it wasn't easy for me, but certainly more difficult for them.
Trevor, I don't know if you can speak on this, but how does the Aquilini, I think a lot of people in Vancouver are wondering about this, how does the Aquilini family feel about buying out two very expensive people, in Mike Gullitz and John Tortorella?
Well, I can say this. Francesco's never said to me once that I should do this or should do that. This was all about a hockey decision, and so I think from an ownership standpoint, the fans of this team should feel pretty good about that they've made a huge commitment to this organization, and they allowed me to make the decision based on hockey.
Trevor, you said in your press conference there that you didn't like what you saw trending. Can you expand on that?
I think collectively as a team we were just off from where I felt we should have been, and I think more to that is just individually. I think that we had a lot of players perform below where I think they should be, and whether it's skill guys or two-way guys, and I'm not saying that's all on John, but it falls on the shoulders of the players as well. But I think moving forward and hiring a new general manager and starting fresh was important, and it started today.
Hey, Trevor, you kept Glenn Gullitz and letting go of Mike Sullivan and John Tortorella. Is Glenn Gullitz, and he's been a head coach in the NHL before, is he a candidate to be head coach of the Vancouver Canucks?
No, he's not a candidate to be a head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. I like the work that Glenn did with our young people. He was important in that role, and I think he's got a role with us in the next coaching staff.
And you keep Rolly Melanson too, goaltending consultant. How important do you feel he is to this organization, especially with a young number one at this point in Eddie Lack?
I spoke to Rolly. I had worked with Rolly back in Montreal. I saw the work he did with Jose Theodore, from a backup goaltender to a Vezina Trophy winner. So I know how qualified Rolly is. The work he does with these young goalies is super important, and so many of these young kids have talent, and what they really need is structure. And Rolly is brilliant at bringing structure to their game and teaching them how to be efficient.
And finally, Trevor, how encouraged, I know you can't get into names, but how encouraged, you said you were encouraged by your GM search. How extensive has it been?
It's been, I think I've tried to have a real focused list. I don't have the luxury of time where I can have an expanded list. I've tried to narrow that down to a group of candidates I feel would be best suited for this opportunity. I've been fortunate to have very little pushback from managers on timing, and so I'm looking forward to next week to start the interview process.
Trevor, thanks for joining us on a tough day for you and a tough day for the organization.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Trevor
Appreciate
Linden
it.
down at Rogers Arena. Thank you so much.